The Legend of Bananas. In Bicol, a long time ago, there lived a lovely girl named Malinae. She was a brave and spirited girl. She was not afraid to go deep into the forest all by herself. Ever since she was a small girl, Malinae heard stories about the fairies. The people in her village would often talk about hearing the fairies calling each other at night. She was told that these supernatural beings lived in nearby springs and lonely caves. In spite of all these talks, no one had actually seen a fairy. And Malinae, being a young girl, became curious. So she started wandering near the caves and springs, hoping that she could see a fairy. And known to this lovely Bicol lass, a handsome young fairy was watching her. This fairy's name was Baltong. He was the son of the chief of the fairies. Day after day Baltong watched the young Malinae play around the springs and caves. Soon he felt himself falling in love with her, that he made himself visible in the form of a human being. One afternoon he waited for Malinae, and when the girl came, he approached her. The girl was frightened at first. However, he told her not to be alarmed because he meant no harm. This first meeting was followed by many. As days went by, the two young people became friends. This started the romance of the forest. Once a week Malinae and Baltong would meet at the same place. Soon they longed for each other's company. Baltong spoke to Malinae about his love, as the girl had also fallen in love with him. Without much trouble, accepted his love. Then came the day when Baltong could no longer stay in human form. It was prohibited by the traditions of the supernatural beings for any fairy to stay in human form forever. Malinae could not understand it when Baltong said goodbye. He tried to explain, but this only made things worse. Malinae cried and cried. "I want to go with you," she wept. "I can't live without you." "I know, but I cannot stay on," said Baltong tearfully. "My time as a mortal being is over. I have to go back to where I belong." In her grief, Malinae embraced Baltong very tightly. She begged and begged him not to leave her. But the young man's borrowed time had come, and his leaving could not be postponed. His body slowly faded away. Malinae tried her best to hold on to her lover. She clasped him very tightly. However, what was left, by this time, was the hands of the young man. The rest of the body had disappeared. As Malinae held these hands in grief and sorrow, she heard a voice. "Bury these hands in remembrance of me." Malinae did as her lover told her. The following day, she saw a beautiful plant with soft stalks and wide green leaves. Each day she watched it grow. Until one day, it bore some strange-looking fruits which resembled human hands, and those were the first bananas.
Bananas are one of the most popular fruits worldwide. They contain essential nutrients that can have a protective impact on health. Thank you for watching.
DCricketTV.